Mike and Lena. Leanna. Razor Bricks. Happy Place Guy. We saw Steve from
It's time to reset.
We saw One Strange Adventure.
Yep, Harold.
And Cindy. And there were many more that we just didn't, because we didn't set up a booth or anything or go out as much as the others did. All right.
Unmute. How y'all doing?
The audio is on.
Huh?
They could hear all of us, all the noise we
were
making.
I muted. I muted, and then I unmuted, and then I remuted.
Okay.
Miss Barbara, go ahead and catch up. I'm going to do the pop out for you here.
Okay.
Great to have y'all here on a Sunday afternoon, last day of the Tampa RV Supershow 2021. And we're going to be talking all about that here in just a couple of minutes.
All right, we've got Shannon Craft. First one here was Blue Way Odyssey. Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Hi, Bob.
Over the Hill RV. Out and about on bicycles. Hey. And they got the ball cap.
Whoa, $10.
Oh, my goodness.
Blue Wave Odyssey. How long are you in Florida? We were supposed to leave today, Bob, and we had a late breakfast date with a bunch of channels. So we decided to extend another night. We're going to stay tonight here in the parking lot, dry camping, and then we're going to pull out first thing in the morning. So unfortunately, we don't have any time. We're going to take Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday holiday tomorrow and drive back and be back at work on Tuesday morning, but would love to come down to Naples to see you guys.
We're going to make a trip down there one day.
Sooner or later, on our way to Key West, we're going to come down there and see you guys.
All right. So now we're back on Hitch Up and Tow, RV on the Wayside. And then, of course, everybody's seeing everybody. And see, they could hear us because we weren't unmuted while I was trying to get myself settled in.
She had the rug caught up under her chair.
I
Shannon
did.
Craft and Dan the Vintage RVer. Good to see y'all.
Proceeding onward in America.
P-O-A!
You had to do that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to do that. I'm being influenced by Bill.
All right.
Over at Nursing Our Travel Bugs. And by the way, they are out west and don't have internet access, and they would rather see the sights and go ahead and charge the imagination of their two young children than to spend the time doing a live stream this afternoon. What are they seeing? They're seeing the Tetons?
Went to the Big Bend. No, they're in Texas.
Oh, they're in Texas, the Big Bend. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. We've got
once again, thank you, Bob, for the $10
Absolutely.
super chat. And I'm going to try to do it like Traveling Robert super chat. I actually saw him yesterday.
You did.
Yep.
Kenneth is here, Foreman, a.k.a. Kenneth.
Hi,
Oates.
Kenneth.
Glad to
Chevy
have you.
Man. Chevy Man.
Idols, cruises on land and sea. That's Phil and Sandy.
Seems
And
like we
got
just
to
saw
meet-
you yesterday.
We saw you. Yeah, we got to meet them just
Got
the
to
other
hang
day.
out with him. And
Yeah.
Steve,
Had
Avenger, RV Adventure.
Mhm.
We've spent quite a bit of time walking around the RV show here in Tampa with Steve at Avenger RV Adventure.
Yep.
And Steve is a great guy, a man of few words, but he is a great guy to be around.
All right. who
It's
else?
about time now.
Hey.
Good to see y'all.
Well, 2 gallons of diesel is worth the $10. Absolutely. All right. Traveling down the banisters. Oh, it's so good to see you guys today.
Good to see y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Also, Asheville, George.
Yep.
That was a good imitation of Traveling Robert. Nah, it was an imitation. It wasn't a good one.
He got to spend a few seconds in Robert's.
Yeah, I did not want to. I saw Robert, and he was flying from place to place. He didn't have his camera with him, but you could tell he was in a hurry. And I was, I've recently had knee surgery, so I was taking some weight off my knee and having a seat outside. He comes flying by, and I just said, "Hey, Robert." And he turned around and said, "Hey." I said, "I enjoy your channel. I just wanted to say hey." And he said, "Hey," back and kept right on going. So
Absolutely.
we did the same thing with Kevin at 30 and a Wake Up.
Yes, we did.
We saw him standing out by his van. Didn't want to.
He was in a conversation with somebody else. We didn't want to interrupt. We
Didn't
were
want to interrupt. Just said hello to him, and it's been a good show. I think the overshadowing thing of this show was that, first of all, COVID-19. Everybody had to wear a mask. The numbers were down just a little, not much. They are definitely down this afternoon. I'm going to show you the show cam right now. So that right there is the RV show cam, and that's showing the really that
Empty.
parking lot was slam full.
It was. We were 3 or 4 RVs in deep. Our next door neighbor, as we mentioned, or as you saw us, was that close to us.
They come in with a fifth wheel, and then they let their fifth wheel out, and they were this close. When they let that fifth wheel out, I
When they let
really
the slide
wondered. I'm sorry, their slide. They let their slide out.
Lucky Dog Productions. Hey, Sue.
Lucky Dog Productions. Good to see you here. But that is the RV show cam of basically an empty parking lot. There goes the tram. We took full advantage of the tram. The tram keeps coming by, although nobody rides the tram this afternoon because really most of the vendors are packing up right now.
Well, it doesn't officially close until 5 o'clock.
Right, 5 o'clock, which it is 4 o'clock local time, so they got 50 more minutes,
5
basically.
o'clock local time.
Right, which is 50 more minutes.
Okay. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm all messed up
I
with
know.
my...
But really, the RV show, we had a great time. One of the other glaring absences was Camping World. Camping World was not here. But Camping World did hire a crop duster to fly a flag around the skies of the campground It basically said Camping World and had their 1-800 number. And then on the trailer, it said, "We see your high prices from up here." And every day of the show, they flew every hour of the show.
Around and around.
Every 5 minutes making a complete loop. So
he got paid good money.
They made their presence known, but they were not at the show. Camping World was not at the show.
We also have Dan, the vintage RVer.
Dan, the vintage RVer, Aloha Conch. Aloha Conch is saying hello from
Beach,
Panama City.
Which means you didn't feed my dogs.
Somebody need to feed them dogs.
Uh-huh. But anyway, it was pretty. Now, what was it? We got here on
Thursday.
Thursday.
We got here Thursday.
And it was pretty. Well, we got here late, didn't we? No, we didn't.
About 2 o'clock.
In the afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It was kind of an overcast day, and then Friday and Saturday were beautiful, and then today it's overcast, a little cool, and it's overcast, and like you said, gray and overcast. Yeah, definitely.
It was a little rainy on Thursday and sprinkled a little on Friday, and Saturday and Sunday were beautiful. Today was really great.
It was.
Then
earlier.
It started getting overcast this afternoon, but maybe it was Friday. Friday and Saturday were great.
Friday and Saturday were great. You don't know what day it is.
I don't know what day it is. All I know is I keep gassing the generator and I pay attention to the quiet hours.
Yeah. Lori Hackett, welcome, Lori. Glad to have you here.
I think he's still flying out there with that sign.
Probably. It's just around and around and around and around.
Round and around and around. But we have seen every kind of RV known to man in the last 72 hours, or maybe even more.
We've been here a long time.
We've been here a long time. And like I said, I had knee surgery right at a month ago, so I probably pushed it too hard, but most days we couldn't spend too long in there. And I didn't want to rent one of those scooters because I was watching the other folks navigate. Those crowds were thick. Face mask, yeah. Social distancing, no. You couldn't social distance. So the scooter wouldn't have worked. So we walked as long as we could, took breaks when we could, and then we finally came back to the RV and put the leg up, elevated it, put some ice on it, and took a nap.
Yeah.
And then go back to the show. Looking for anything in particular? No.
No.
But we did buy a gas stop in that bag right there. We can show it to him. A fella named Jerry. You probably know him as Happy Place Diaries. Jerry sold me the gas stop. And basically what the gas stop is a fail-safe for your LP gas system. Just in case down line there becomes a break in your LP gas line, then this basically will shut off your LP gas so that you don't have a, runaway gas system. But I've been wanting to get one of these anyway, but had a great time at this booth yesterday, gas stop. And so spent some time with him at gas stop. And Jerry and Michael of Our Epic RV Adventure.
On this now, if you go to Jerry's YouTube channel, and he's an affiliate.
$10.
He gets you a discount, 10%.
10%. They don't cost much anyway, and plus you get 10%.
But that supports
the
community.
It's a great
and it's a great tool.
It's a great peace of mind tool. It's one of those peace of mind tools. You hope that you put it in and never use it. It's like insurance. But there would be nothing worse. They make it for both travel trailers, fifth wheels, anything that uses LP
well, they're
gas.
Coming out with one for your
barbecue grill.
Yeah.
Right.
So
when Billy goes out there with the scissors and goes, cut your fuel line to your barbecue grill because it just felt good to cut through rubber. Boy, that feels great. You got a runaway line. Anyway, gas stop. If you need it, get it.
We need to say hello to Alberta. Alberta
Hinksman.
Yep. She's in there. And we did say hello to Asheville George.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
Right now, 21 people in the room. Thank you all for being here. Some of the people that we met, Miss Barbara and I have tried to put together a list. I hope we don't miss anybody.
I can think of somebody we missed, but right now I can't think of her names. I'm so tired. Anyway, Summer's going coastal.
Yeah, we saw Chris and Lisa and Winter and Summer, the twins. They're 13-year-old twins, and they're Class C. They were here. We spent some time with them last night and had a wonderful time sitting around the campfire in the parking lot here on the dry camping side of the show.
Foreverland RV. We met them just this afternoon.
Just met them this afternoon.
And that would be Chief and Dee. And Lucy.
Chief is a guy you can look up to.
He's tall.
You can definitely look up to Chief. But retired Air Force, and Lucy is their dog. And we got a chance to meet them this afternoon. And they're pink flamingos.
Shannon was asking if the gas stop would work on the propane for her 98 Class C.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And they have one for diesel and they have one for the gas.
Well, it's for
unit.
propane. They have one
it's for propane, but
they have one for class travel trailers and fifth wheels, which have separate tanks. And then the onboard tanks, like the Class A's have, all the Class A's, diesel or gas, are going to have the same system. And that would be the same one I got there.
all right. And let's see. We got to spend some time with the Brazen Brits.
Brazen Brits, we got to see them.
We met them yesterday, Lawrence and Natalie, and we met them yesterday, and I also had breakfast with them this morning.
Had breakfast with them this morning. Had bangers and poached eggs and tea.
We didn't.
No, actually, we didn't.
And they drank coffee.
Decaf coffee.
Well,
just a minute. Time to check in with the parking lot cam. I thought I saw somebody move. The RV show cam. Nobody moved. So, okay, good. There we go. Got to check in every now and then. Dan, the vintage RVer, says I could use gas stop for myself. I said yesterday to the folks who sold the gas stop, if they can invent one that would work on large, medium, and small sized dogs, number one, I would buy them. Number two, I'd be their number one spokesman nationwide. Hello, does your dog have a gas problem? Well, here's the relief. It's gas stop.
Yeah.
And you just screw it in. And no problem. What you do is you take them outside. It's got a little relief valve on it. Take them outside. And then take them back inside. I think it'd be a great product.
Yes.
Until they boot scooted across the rug and
it popped out.
Pulled it out.
No. It's not the thing to see.
Yeah, gas stop for puppy dogs or gas stops for Dan. Every now and then, getting to my age, I could use a gas stop too.
I'm not going to go there. We also met up with Harold and Cindy. One Strange Adventure. We got to see them. There was a lot of folks here that we did not run into, but we know that they were here.
They were here, and we just never crossed paths.
Let's see. Also, the Air Force guy.
Yeah, we got to spend time with Paul and Maureen, the Air Force guy and Maureen.
Yeah.
We actually had a whiskey tasting one evening with them. And we all sat around a table and shot the breeze and sipped on a little bourbon. And Paul is a great guy. Maureen is great. It was great to get to know him.
Yes, it was.
And talk RVs and talk travel and talk military, because I think everybody at that table was military.
Well, poor. Well, they know the military life. Maureen and Shelley and
sure,
and Leslie, but.
No, that qualifies.
That does qualify.
That absolutely qualifies.
So, yeah.
There's no tougher job than to be the spouse or
spouse.
children of a service member. No harder job.
No harder job.
Shanna Craft, that description just sticks there, don't it? Yeah, just kind of get that one. Little gin and juice. Dan, the vintage RVer, Shanna Craft. It does kind of hang there. Let me see that Air Force guy sticker. This is we of course got this from the Air Force guy. There we go. The Air Force guy. That's Paul. Got a chance to meet him last night.
Oh no, these are just old ones.
Yeah, those are older ones.
These are the Brits and.
Of course, the Brazen Brits. There you go, Brazen Brits. You know, one of these days I'm gonna buy a camera that's got some contrast and some gain control, so I can turn that brightness down. But I have no control over this camera as far as the brightness or gain control.
Okay.
Yep. We also got to meet the Dry Campers.
And I have a sticker for them somewhere. But
they were the ones who installed Meant to Be RVing's 2,500 watts of solar awesomeness on the roof at Mayberry. The Dry Campers. And the Dry Campers are Mike and Leanna. Yeah. And we have their sticker as well.
We also saw MJ and Izzy.
MJ and Izzy from Endless RVing. MJ and Izzy's been busy. Traveling Robert was busy. Matt, the RV guy, RV Reviews with Matt, was busy as he could be, and MJ and Izzy just had time to say hey, bye, and
yeah, they came over with we had an informal meetup.
Right, informal meetup over in the corner of one near the TST tire minder system and the gas stop, and we had an informal meetup over there. Yeah. And then they had to go because they got places to see
and people to meet and all that stuff. And the Wayward Waggs were extremely busy this weekend.
Wayward Waggs were busy with the Discount RV, and also they were at...
They did Lazy Days. They were everywhere.
And another product. I can't remember what it is. Okay, time to check in with the RV show cam. Holy moly, that's exciting.
We did know that have you seen the Nomadic Fanatic? He's in that area. We didn't see what's his name? Gosh, on the tip of my tongue. Nomadic Idea, isn't it? That's Scott, isn't it?
No, Scott is this Nomadic Idea.
Yeah.
Was Scott and them here?
I think they were, because I
thought you said Nomadic Fanatic.
Well, that's the question that was asked.
No, we didn't see Nomadic Fanatic.
I didn't see him. I'm not saying he's not here, because there's a lot of folks we didn't see. Okay.
Eric, yeah. But no, we didn't see Eric.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't see him, but then again, there's a lot of folks that were here that we did not get the chance to run up against, so we didn't get to see him. But I did hear that Scott and Andrea were here because... Adriana, because Adriana had to pet Talon. At least that was my report.
Really? She I would have liked to have seen Scott and Adriana.
But yeah, we missed them. We just should have run the...
Because we were supposed to do naked Pilates in the morning. Yoga, and also run our generator real close to their Argosy.
Which is probably why they didn't come find us.
That's probably why. That probably has a whole lot to do with why they didn't look us up.
Which reminds me, we should really explain, we did not get the chance to bring Matilda D out here. We're on Matilda G. We think there was a little hocus pocus going on.
I think Matilda G throwed a hex on Matilda D. Picture this.
Picture this if you could.
Picture this if you will. Sitting out in front of the rolling palatial estates, our home, there's Matilda G for gas, the bounder. She's sitting there and she's happy as she can be. Mom and Daddy are coming home. But wait, what is that they're bringing with them? Not a diesel pusher, not a 39-foot RV. No. This is never going to work. All of a sudden, Miss Barbara is starting to unload Matilda G. She's taking clothes out of the closet and things out of the cabinets. She's moving appliances from the kitchen over to the new RV.
The bed.
The bed
The
is
bedding.
being moved over. The
Not
bedding
the
is
bed.
being moved over. And Matilda G is watching all this. She's had enough. So she flings a hex. She throws a jinx. I go over to put the tow bar on Matilda D, the 39-foot Holiday Rambler Endeavor. And while I'm sitting on my butt behind the Endeavor, lining up the 2-inch receiver for my tow bar, I notice some dripping. It's antifreeze. And then the dripping gets worse. So I shut it down. Finally, it gets so bad that it just, all the antifreeze just poured out. So the water pump went south on Matilda D. Now you tell me if there was some tomfoolery going on there. Because we drove her 350 miles back from Mississippi without a hitch.
It's true.
And she could have gotten us, if Matilda G had really been spiteful, she could have let us get halfway to Tampa before that water pump gave out on the diesel. We are so lucky I caught it there in the driveway. But we're going to have a talk with Matilda G. We're going to ease into this thing. I've got to get the water pump fixed on the Caterpillar diesel. And once I get the water pump fixed, we're going to sit down and have a talk.
You get to have the talk with her.
We've got to have it together.
But anyway, yeah. So anyway, we're here on the gasser, and that's fine. That's fine. We still have a lot to do with Matilda D until she's really home and ready to go. Let's see. Michael and Shelly are here. And Traveling Nate Dog is here.
Traveling Nate Dog, Michael and Shelly and Talon. We just left them out in the showgrounds out there. And we've all been going. We've been hooking up, and then we've been going our separate ways, and everybody's got a schedule, and it was good to spend time with all of them, all of those folks that we mentioned, and even some of those that we didn't get a chance to see. We know they were here, but I didn't know Eric was here, the nomadic fanatic. I didn't know that.
Well, I'm not at all surprised if we miss folks.
Yeah.
Lisa is in here.
Lisa, Lippy Lisa Lipsticks.
I need to tell you all now, Lippy Lisa lipstick, she does that Lipsense lipstick. And if you've ever tried it or used it, ladies, this is for you. Drop her a message. Get in contact with her.
I have no idea what that is.
I know what it is, and I meant to talk to her about it, but we were just having too good of a time.
Is that anything like the new Mad Max, and you're spraying the silver paint in your face? Whoosh, all over your lips?
I'm so sorry, Lisa. I am so sorry.
Whoosh, Valhalla! Whoosh. No. Okay.
No, it's just really good lipstick. You put on lipstick and you put the gloss on top of it, and it lasts forever. Shelly was trying to explain it to you at breakfast.
I was trying to listen. Still wasn't making no sense. It's kind of like, it sounded like powder coat for lips. You put on the powder and then you coat it. You bake it on there with a finisher or something like that.
Don't listen to him. But anyway, and Summer's Going Coastal, by the way, they are
headed to Lazy Days.
yes, there should be already
Yeah,
there.
they should
They're
already be there. They're just across town here in Tampa. Lazy Days.
They're already there.
They were going to go over there and rent a golf cart and spend a couple of days just driving around looking at RVs. They're
Right.
kind of shopping.
They're kind of shopping. I mean, not anything that's gonna. She's gonna hook you up with some.
Yeah.
But
okay.
they're kind of looking, getting an idea, a feel for some of the things that they might want to do. And Lazy Days is one of those RV places where you can go and stay and get the golf cart and spend some time going in and out of the RVs to see if it really fits you. And that's just great. We were almost going to do it.
And you're not always having to climb in and out of brand new, $169,000, $200,000 RVs. They have a lot of great used RVs there as well. And I'm not a spokesman or anything for Lazy Days RVs. However, Matilda originally came from the Tampa Lazy Days RV. In fact, her sticker is still right outside the door after 22 years.
But there's also, and they have RVs of all different sizes and types and price ranges. So Lazy Days is good. And again, we're not really promoting Lazy Days, although we had been advised to go there.
We were going to do it.
And we just
arose.
happened to fall into the diesel that we did. And but if you're looking and not sure what's going to fit you right, I would recommend doing something like that.
It's about time now. Brad says we got our Gumby at Lazy Days.
Yes, they did.
And Foreverland RV Chief or D says Matilda G made friends with the local wildlife who are defending her by chewing through Matilda D's lines. Let us explain Matilda G and Matilda D. Matilda is always going to be the name of our RV. Whichever one we own at that particular time is going to be Matilda. Right now we own two.
Yep.
So we got a Matilda Gasser and a Matilda Diesel. So G and D for right now. And once we go on the road with Matilda D, then she'll just be Matilda.
Yeah.
And we're going to find a comfortable home for Matilda G, somebody who will take care of her, and it'll be a good beginner RV for somebody who just wants to make some short trips to the mountains and to the lake.
Yeah. Mary Jones, hey, it's good to have you here.
Hey, Mary.
In my
Hi,
chair,
everyone.
baby.
What's that? I wondered what I was hung on
You are
here.
hung on my chair.
There we go.
There you go. You had your chair right up my butt.
What?
You did. It went, sorry about that, guys. It was just extremely uncomfortable for a minute.
It usually is.
Butterbean
Head. Okay, thank you, Dan, the vintage RVer. Butterbean Head. Like that name.
Yeah. So anyway, again, you don't have to buy from Lazy Day. We're not at all suggesting that, but it's a great place to go to get a good idea. So yeah, no, we don't have a fleet of Matildas, but we have Matilda's going to be in our life. You know, it's like the USS Enterprise. How many renditions of the Enterprise were there?
Sure.
And
Michael and Shelley are talking to the Summers, Chris and Lisa. They said that they did that a couple of years ago, going to Lazy Day and driving around Lazy Days RV. And they didn't buy from Lazy Days, but it did help them make their decision.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
that's a cool thing to do. What is it, $50 a day or something?
I don't know.
Get the golf cart and overnight camping.
I think someone told me 40, but it's still
40 or 50.
Yeah. Somewhere
in there. Well worth it, I guess, if you're going to, where else are you going to shop that many RVs and they're all unlocked and you get to walk through them? The vintage RVer, Dan, says, I called my last RV a frigate because I said frigate when the engine blew up in Florida.
We wouldn't have said frigate.
Frigate. No, maybe we'll keep Matilda G and just have a fleet of them. Matilda
Oh,
G.
no.
Matilda G will go to the beach, and Matilda D will make the long trips.
Got to have a place to keep them.
I'm looking at a couple of acres in Florida. Still looking at a couple of acres in the Panhandle of Florida. If anybody's got any line on anybody who's selling land up there, plenty of land being sold up there. I've already checked into it. Prices are okay. I don't have a problem with that either. It's paved access. When you got a 33,000 pound RV, and that's before it's loaded and the tanks are full, those sandy roads just ain't going to get it back up there in the Panhandle sand. So gotta find a couple of acres with at least a paved road. I don't care if it's an old paved road, a single lane paved road, as long as it's a paved road. But that's what we're looking at. A couple of acres, put a small building on the property, drop a septic tank, hook up maybe 3 or 4 30 amp services or 50 amp services for our friends who want to stop by. It'll be a place for us to come down off the road.
Yeah.
Place to get the mail, move our domicile to Florida, and begin our full time on the road. Good to have a bailout spot sometimes. Maybe you can pull up the CBs to help out with some roads. I know. Even that crush and run, even if it was a crush and run road, if you know what that is, crushed gravel, I could deal with that better than those sandy roads. Clay roads work pretty good. They pack pretty hard, but they're slippery when wet. But a sandy road, I've had big trucks off in the ditch in a sandy road, and you don't get them out without a lot of help. Steve Turtle has got a spot behind the liquor store. Is Steve Turtle here? Hey, Carl, Bob, Lewis, Gerald, whatever your name is today.
I think we're talking bad about him behind his back.
Talking bad about Steve Turtle behind his back. 26 people in the room. Glad that y'all are spending your Sunday afternoon with us.
We got the opportunity to meet Teresa and Jerry with Happy Place Camping.
No. And it's going to get right back to them through Epic RV Adventure.
As soon as he gets off the plane.
You have messed up now.
Happy
Jerry,
Place Diaries.
Happy Place Diaries. Not that we have anything against Happy Place Camping. Love those guys
Love
too.
Jesse and Felix.
Yes.
Ladybug.
But we were joking with Happy Place Diaries, Jerry and Teresa. I was introducing our Epic RV Adventure as our Epic RV road, our Epic road trip, field trip, our Epic field trip. They're a big channel. Yeah. And I was introducing Jerry and Teresa as our, Happy Place Camping. And I was making sure I mixed up everybody's names, having fun with it. And now Miss Barbara has slipped and gotten on the disc train. She has dissed them. And when they get off that plane, see, they're flying back to Oregon right now.
Yeah.
They were down here. They flew down here and spent time with Michael and Shelley.
Yep. And did the RV show. And they're planning to come back next year, do the RV show. Jerry had told us when we met, we all got together that evening, that he had found one that hit all of the check marks for Teresa.
Yep.
And he had told the salesperson that he'd really have to wait until his wife came in and talked to his wife, not knowing his wife was coming in. And then he kind of had to tap dance a little bit. But
thumbs. If you hadn't hit the thumb yet, please do that. We certainly would appreciate it. Nursing Our Travel Bug is in the Big Bend area of Texas, and they are spending time with their children and out enjoying that part of Texas. Yep. And they will not be live today. Nursing Our Travel Bug would not be on next. So we're just going to keep hanging around and see how long we go into the 2-hour mark.
Until we bore you to death.
Without being too boring. But we did find through our good friends Michael and Joan, our next RV. It is a 39-foot Caterpillar on a Freightliner chassis, Holiday Rambler Endeavor, 2000 model, just over 100,000 miles, and that's probably why the water pump gave up. And we are looking forward to adding a few things. In fact, we shopped for what while we were here?
We were shopping for a desk, just like the one you put in Matilda
Oh,
G.
that was horrible.
But it was not a very good experience.
We went back to IKEA on
IKEA.
our 1-year anniversary.
Was not a very good experience because regardless, or at least everything we looked at just about had a temporarily out of stock or not available or all sorts of stuff. And
I didn't see any of that last year.
no, we never.
And that was pre-COVID, obviously. We got to everything we laid our hands on that we wanted. We left there with it. And now we didn't get our desk that we want, which was the same desk. In fact, this desk right here, we're just going to get it in a different color.
Well, we
And
can't take this one out because you modified
I'm not
this
going
one
to.
for this RV.
This,
So this desk is staying. But it was a little disappointing, and we couldn't find a sales rep. When I finally saw some guy and I asked him, do you work here? He was not the most informative person. He didn't know whether or not we could go down and order it and have it shipped to us, or he didn't know if he said it'd be at least 4 weeks. Just go to the closest IKEA to you. And I said, this is it.
that's why we came to
That's-
Tampa. That's why we're visiting IKEA. It's down here. We either come down here or go to Atlanta. You know, and both of them, Atlanta's about 275 miles away, and we're 350 here.
Yeah, just better traffic.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was just disappointing. Now, we did get some stuff for the closet to do some organization, some shelves and stuff, put some drawers in. So we
Wait
did get
just a
few
second.
things.
Something may be happening on the RV show cam.
Oh, no.
Just a moment. Sorry, nothing happened. Must have been in the other direction.
Must have been in the other direction. Anyway, so it was a little bit difficult, or disappointing, I should say. Yeah, somebody left. It was like a truck and made noise, but you know. Anyhow, very disappointing trip, but we did get a few things. I mean, I still spent $400. So we did find a few things. You found a good computer chair.
Yeah.
So we did spend some money, but it just wasn't.
We
what
wanted
thought.
that desk. I guess really the desk was the only thing we couldn't get.
Yeah.
And that's really the main thing we needed. But we also here at the show, we're shopping for. Have you checked out the Crestview, Florida area for property? That's really the area we're looking at there for Everland RV. Mariana, Bonifay, Crestview, Chipley, Florida. Somewhere close to I-10 so we can get on and off long trips real easy. But the land prices are great, and I don't need anything developed. I just need land. We'll build on it. But trying to find one that's not dirt road access is mighty hard. So we'll keep looking. RV underway. If we weren't so tired, we would drive by your show cam. Well, you know where it's at. If someone jumped in front of the camera, I would probably throw my phone. Proceeding onward in America.
But yesterday the wind blew up, and I was carrying Ricky's GoPro, and it's got a strap around his wrist, and I was carrying it, and I had it around my wrist most of the afternoon.
She's carrying my GoPro 8.
Had it around my wrist almost all afternoon.
All afternoon.
We had stopped to eat. We ate, and my cap was on, and it blew off, and I went reaching for my hat, you know, this valuable RV underway hat.
Yeah.
I was reaching for my hat with both hands, and
through
the camera just went zoom.
through the camera. and the camera goes bouncing on the asphalt, and not a problem. That's what GoPros are made for.
But the look I got from Ricky was...
Well, what do you expect? What was more important, the ball cap or the camera?
It was it was just an automatic reaction. You would have done the same thing.
It was a knee jerk. You might be able to lease some land from the Florida Department of Transportation in the median. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, glad the camera is okay. It is. It's fine. So we'll keep an eye out just in case we see that. I'm not sure what is the name of their vehicle. What kind of vehicle does our Epic RV Adventure have? Is that an Equinox too?
I think so.
Eclipse or Equinox or something like that. So if I see that drive by, we'll...
You're right, POA. If it was still strapped to my hand, reaching up to grab my ball cap, I would have hit my face.
And knocked herself out. But the camera would not have hit the ground unless she knocked herself out. And I don't think she would have knocked herself out. Save the camera. But we were looking at theater seating. Wasn't that great?
Dan, you're just too funny. The dog ate the GoPro. It took him 8 hours to see if it was okay.
I'd love to see that footage. It's like that 1960s movie, you know, the inner space. And no, that was the one with Martin Short in the 80s. I'm talking about the one where they microsize the people and
Fantastic Voyage.
Fantastic Voyage. Yeah, they send them inside the human body to kill off some cells or something. Yeah. Well, they actually made a tablet camera that a lot of times medical specialists use it. It's a camera and you swallow it.
Yeah, Sandy and Phil were with me when it happened from Idle's Cruises, and she says it's still funny.
It is.
Mostly the look on your face.
Well, I'm sorry. All I saw was my camera flying through the air. I wasn't worried about the ball cap. Ball cap was the least of my worries.
Where are you going?
I'm trying to find where you hid my liquor.
He needs a refill. So anyway, a lot of walking, a lot of people. We saw a lot of folks. And like I said, we just listed off some of those that we got to see and meet earlier. Many more people were here. We didn't get out and about nearly as much as we thought we would, but we still got to see a lot. We didn't go into too terribly many RVs because we just got one. So we didn't do a lot of that. We did look at some of the things like our gas stop and things like that we want for the
tire minder.
Tire minder. Remember, you got to contact them.
Yep. Cameras. You know, 4-point cameras or rear view cameras, things like that we want to look at, and theater seating, which was incredible.
Traveling Nate Dog says he's thinking of getting a Class C or Class A. There was a lot of discussion. A lot of people are looking at fifth wheels. A lot of people looking at Class A's. Again, RV show like this, whether you go to Hershey, Pennsylvania, or you go to any of the others, it's a great place to go to get an idea of what might fit you. So we recommend them. Our big thing about coming to these is we get the chance to see and meet other YouTubers and other people, and that makes our day.
But was it on and taping, Dan? Yeah, that would be my question too. If the taping, we could have pulled that out and got it on the SD card. What a video that would be. I'd watch it all the way through, 8 hours. Journey through a dog's gullet. Down the hatch and out the other end. I remember when Katie Couric on the Today Show, she swallowed a camera in a pill so they could take images for possible surgery. Yeah, I remember the
well, her first, I don't know that she remarried, but I know that her husband had passed away due to cancer, and so that was really important to her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I'm trying to feed you and get you to talk about theater seating, and you just won't jump on board.
We want to put theater seating in, and I do want to do that. We've done all these different measurements of the Matilda D, you know, for the desk, for some shelving, some drawers, stuff that we want to put in, all sorts of measurements, but we didn't measure the existing couch. It's got a jackknife couch. It's a 3-section, but it's not as big as this one.
It's not.
Anyway, so we didn't measure for the couch, and we came here, and of course they had the theater seating, and we sat in them, and it's what we really, 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 really need and what we really want. But yes, we're going to get theater seatings. We're really looking forward to it. And I was telling Ricky that even though the show is over, we're going to contact some of the companies and kind of say, you know, we're there, we sat on them. We even told them we didn't know what size we needed. And
got a lot of business cards, a lot of folks to contact.
But if you contact these people right after a show, you get a good chance of getting the show pricing, I want to say. But honestly, showroom pricing, there's really not a whole lot. You can get more of a cheaper rate by just going and dealing with the companies.
And this year we got media passes. And
Yes,
let me show you how professional these media passes are. Could have printed them ourselves before we left. But that got us in and out of the gate. Yeah, I thought that was when she printed those out and handed it to us. I went, well, I could have just gone ahead and made my own.
Yeah, we should have just had Michael and Shelly just send us a picture of it. We did see Talon, but we didn't take that seriously.
Talon had one. She
Talon
was official.
Yeah.
It is 3:53 Central Time Zone, 4:53, 7 minutes away from the close of the 2021 Tampa RV Supershow. We're going to check the RV show cam once again.
Okay. The only traffic out there is on 301.
Highway 301.
So these look like these are going to be our neighbors overnight.
Yep.
But yeah, we had our media passes, and that allowed us to come and go as we pleased. We didn't have to pay anything extra.
I'm going to do that.
Do what?
I'm going to put a gas stop on a dog and make a video out of it. Which one, Scoot or Coyote?
Scoot won't let you.
Oh, hell no.
She's a rat terrier. If anybody knows anything about small dogs, they've got big attitudes.
Dan, the vintage RVer, was talking to Nate Dogg, and he says, depending on what you're going to be using it for, if you get a small Class C, you can avoid using a toad. That's right, because a small Class C or a large Class B, you know, you can get into areas, you can pull into shopping center parking lots and stuff like that without too much issue, and you won't have to have a toad. But if you go with the Class A, almost any Class A is going to be too big to maneuver in a lot of spaces. So, Dan, the vintage RVer, Lippy Lisa lipsticks, bet you can get theater seats at a good deal. Many of their clients aren't buying now.
Yeah. So
But we are definitely looking at, because this desk we're going to get will be directly across from the theater seats, and I plan on putting in one of those monitor risers, television riser that brings the television up out of the back of the desk and then lowers it back into the back of the desk.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy.
Did you see the? You didn't go inside the fifth wheel with Teresa and Jerry, did you?
I did.
Did you see that TV setup they have? It's in the cabinet and it lifts up to the ceiling, and behind it's got storage, and it comes down.
Well, we have a lift up in our bedroom.
I know, but I mean, it was with a cabinet and everything.
Yeah.
For the front room. So yeah.
We could easily do that. We can have one that folds up to the roof, and then we lower it down when we want to watch it, just like what we have back here.
Yeah.
So.
But theirs was a cabinet, so yeah.
Right. Yeah, ours might not look as fancy, but it would serve the purpose. We did our first public shopping trip in our Arab Class C Integra Odyssey, and it was so quick and easy. Publix has big shopping parking lots, though.
But it is convenient if you've got the RV there and you can fill it up with what you need. Now,
I'm not sure what Arab is either. There is an Arab, Alabama. Do you mean you were in Arab, Alabama at the Publix, or public shopping trip in our Arab? And
it's just
so
one
quick.
of those where the you type and the computer changes. So she probably typed in our, but anyway. We understand. I understand, Lisa.
Okay, cool.
I understand. Yeah, spell check. I understand. And it puts in words you've never even thought of.
What do they call their Class C?
They don't have a name for their Class
Oh,
C.
that's right. We asked them last night, and they don't have a name for their Class C. Traveling Nate Dog, I'm also going to get a small car like a smart car, BMW 13, a i3 or something like that. Is that 13 or i3? Not familiar with smart cars, so I'm not really sure. That's hard for me to say. I'm a man. I could say it's 13, BMW 13. It's probably not. It's probably a BMW i3. Intelligent 3.
Sounds more like
And with that, it's time to check the RV show cam. Oh, there's a car moving. And that same cop is sitting over there with his flashers on.
He's not in it. There's nobody in that vehicle.
Ain't nobody in that car. Boy, it's thinning out. I mean, it was thick. Woo, like sardines in here yesterday and today. They were parking them where they don't even park them.
I'm trying to give him some signals.
See what's on my head?
See what's not on my head. Brand new.
Brand spanking new. RV underway blue ball cap. Now, how do we want to give this away? Deck of cards?
Yeah, let's do the deck of cards.
All right. You're going to type the word go?
I'm going to type in the word go. We'll read the instructions first. I'm going to type in the word go. Ricky's going to shuffle the cards. And whoever puts in the correct number, doesn't have to be color, correct number once I type in the word go. And we have a blue ball cap.
Correct face.
And that would be me typing go, not Lisa typing go.
That'll be the correct face, not number. So you got deuce through ace, jack, queen, king included, or ace through king, according to the way that you count cards. I am shuffling the cards now, and she is getting the word go ready. Look at there. Lisa put go in there.
I told her. I said, no, Lisa. Anyway, and whoever does, now what we'll ask you to do if you win this is to send me your mailing address to our email address, which is rvunderway@gmail.com. So
and we'll give away another ball cap at the end of the second hour.
Yeah.
Because this is the end of the first hour.
It's the end of the first hour.
Normally, Nursing Our Travel Bugs would be on right here, but they are
have
busy.
One of their hats to give away.
Yeah.
But we don't have one.
They're busy. All right, I've shuffled the cards. I'm going to cut them in the center to the top. I'm going to cut them from the center again to the top, and one time from the bottom to the top. And this card right here is the card you have to choose. RV Underway says go. We're going to lift this card up and have a look. What do you think it is? As soon as we see it, correct answer wins an RV Underway blue ball cap. We'll need your mailing address. You can send it to rvunderway@gmail.com. Queen, there it is.
Miss
Lucky
Sue.
Dog Productions. Lucky Dog Productions. Boy, she didn't take long to do that, did she?
No, she did good.
All we got was a 6, a jack, and a boom
Queen,
from
she
Sue
didn't play around.
at Lucky Dog Productions. There's your queen right there.
Sue, I do believe I have your mailing address, so I'll go ahead and get that out to you Tuesday morning.
Congratulations to Sue at Lucky Dog Productions.
Woohoo!
Show us that official name tag again. That thing is too cool. Well, I'm going to hang on to that forever.
Ooh, see? My name, my full name, well, not my full name, but my whole name.
That yellow tag in the truck, though, in the Jeep, boy, that did get us everywhere, didn't it?
It did. It got us parking a little bit closer to the gate. It got us in and out of the gate many times.
And next year for the RV show, if you want a media pass, all you have to do is show that you are a media content creator on YouTube and that you specialize in RVs, and maybe have something in there about the RV show. If you have a video about the RV show, that would be great. But otherwise, just let them know that you're a content creator and that you'll be in here creating content, which we have a lot of.
We just got to get it put together. They ask that you hashtag them.
That's on the back right there, if you could read that.
There's a business card on the back, and it's they want you to hashtag the RV, the Florida RVTA on all your social sites, and use the following hashtag FLRV Supershow. And they've got different things listed on the back of the business card, and that's all they ask you. And like I said, you can get that media pass, and you will even have some of the booths will say, see the media pass, and they will attract, come over and want to talk to you about their products, and you might be able to get a little,
maybe an endorsement, a free product
even
endorsement,
if it's just content, even if it's just getting content. And on the side now, this is important to you ladies, you get head of the line bathroom privileges. I did not know that until I was almost to the head of the line, and she called me up and says, "You're a VIP."
Woo!
Woohoo! And gave me head of the line bathroom privileges. That's important.
She told me that I had head of the line bathroom privileges with that name tag. I told her we're men. There's usually never a line. They just get in there and take care of it and get out.
Yeah. So go on, and almost all of them will have something about a link to media, and just go in and request a media pass. And you go ahead and do that. You get your little media pass. You get the headline privileges for the bathroom ladies.
You get a yellow sticker for your yellow tag for your vehicle, so you park in the yellow parking area, which is right up next to the one of the buildings. So you access the big building, building B or 2.
B.
B.
The buildings were A and B, and the gates were like 3 and 2 and whatever. So it's well worth doing. And like I said, all you need to do is video some content and hashtag them. That's all they ask.
Hello, Fatima. Good to see you.
And Thin Blue Lane.
And Thin Blue Lane RV Life. Glad to see you here, Bill and Nancy. Proud to have you here.
Absolutely. So,
and spending time with idle cruises on land and sea, that was fun.
Yeah. We spent
almost a whole day yesterday with them.
Well, good half a day.
Yeah.
Because they contacted us through Shelly and Michael, or I got the heads up anyway. So I contacted her through Instagram, and
said we were going to meet over by General RV.
Yeah.
Well, there's like 4 different General RV places throughout the park. So
Barefoot Adventures has joined us. Hello. So yes, potty privileges are worth their weight in gold. So bathroom privileges, head of the line privileges.
Thin Blue Lane says Bill and Nancy are set up here in Daytona Beach. Sounds good. Just the other side of the Florida Peninsula.
Yeah.
We plan to get up early in the morning.
We do need to get up early in the morning.
We've stowed everything except the generator.
That's right.
That's going to be a little bit of work.
We're going to put it in the back of the Jeep.
Yeah, but we now have furniture in the back of the Jeep.
We got to move the furniture out of the back of the Jeep. Just put it in here.
Well, that's right. We could put the furniture in here. But
Anyway,
we did buy a little bit of furniture at IKEA, and like I said, it was kind of a disappointing trip because
well,
everything's out of stock. I mean, I get it; it's coming from Sweden, and I get it; it's COVID, it's the Rona season, and I get all that. But we wouldn't have gone if we'd have known that much stuff would be out of stock.
Well, and the saddest thing too is we decided to go late in the afternoon.
Yes.
And the restaurant was closed before we finished our shopping.
On the first floor.
Well, actually, the restaurant's on the second floor. But before we finished our shopping, they were closed. If we knew that, we would have ate first.
We would have gone and eaten the Swedish meatballs first.
So that was the other disappointment.
So we got on the elevator and got off at the restaurant, and it was closed. That hurt. So what we did was we bought some of their meatballs, which they had frozen at the checkout, not the Swedish beef meatballs. All they had was chicken and vegetable. And so we bought the chicken meatballs. And since we're dry camping and we do not have the air fryer, we had to microwave them.
Not the
so
same.
Not ideal.
Not the same. We've
not
got murder, mystery, haunted history. I bet you that is BB3.
BB3, murder, mystery, haunted history. Hello, all. Hello to you.
Yeah.
Will you be coming on at 5 o'clock Eastern time?
Please
5 o'clock Central time.
Well, we didn't get to cinnamon rolls either, or any dessert, because the restaurant was closed. It broke our hearts.
None of that gravy on the meatballs.
And they didn't have much downstairs as far as, they usually have a lot of the freezers and various, and they didn't have a lot of that.
A lot of them were closed up, and it was kind of sad. Microwave chicken is never really good, especially when it's in a Swedish meatball form. Although when this live stream is over in approximately 52 minutes, I will be microwaving those meatballs and eating them. That's going to be my supper tonight, but I'm going to have to try and come up with some gravy. I'm going to dig through the pantry down here.
There's turkey gravy down there.
If there's turkey gravy down there, then I'm in.
Yeah, and I have broth.
I know you got broth, but
that's not thick.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some of that turkey gravy and kind of.
So yes, they're going to be doing hippies ghost activities. All right. Mr. Roboto has come in the room, and Justin and Christina and Michael.
Dominicato, Mr. Roboto. We had so much trouble with your name last weekend. I don't know why.
No, that was New Year's Eve, and that was because I had 2 beers in me, and it became a tongue twister. I'm sorry, I'm a lightweight.
That's what 2 does to her. 3 makes me happy.
And yes, and I can't even tell you. VIP, yes.
Foreverland RV says, going to stop for an early dinner. It was great to meet everyone. Everyone be safe in travels. Was that VIP or VIP-er? Love to all. Great to meet y'all, Dee and Chief and Lucy. Lucy the dog. I reached over to hug Dee.
Yeah.
And I gave her a hug.
Lucy
and Lucy jumped right up between us. I got to get some of that. So she got her some VIP.
No, if there is no other reason to get a media pass to an RV show, it's the head of the line privileges for the bathroom.
All right, here it is. Here it is from Dan, the vintage RVer.
Yep.
put those meatballs, those chicken Swedish
Mhm,
meatballs in the gravy, in the sauce.
Mhm.
Cook them over in a small pot on the stove. We do have the gas stove. Do not let the gravy burn. Just kind of simmer
Keep
them
stirring-
over
you
that.
gotta
I
stir
agree.
it.
I agree. But I'll just be hungry, so it'll all go in a bowl in the microwave. Maybe I'll microwave the meatballs first, then add the gravy and microwave them again. Because we're not going to fire up this gas grill, the gas burners up here. We've never even used them.
We haven't.
And there's so much stuff up there that,
So,
he's turning red. Who's turning red?
you, I guess.
I'm turning red?
I don't know.
Did I say something to make myself blush?
Well, you look a little red on the screen.
What do you say we check in with the RV show cam? Look, somebody's leaving. Do you see them right there? They're leaving. There's movement on the RV show cam. If we'd have done this live at like noon, this whole area would have been just full. And as a matter of fact, we wouldn't have been able to make this shot because that momentum was right here next to us, that fifth wheel. And I mean, that momentum was right up on us. It was right on us.
We've got Northwoods RV Life. Welcome. And
Corey and Lori,
Mhm.
good to see y'all. Thank y'all for being here. You turned red after talking about 3 beers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
I have 2.
Love you, baby.
I love you, baby.
If you can make a sailor blush, that's saying something. Was it something you said? They all left, Mr. Roboto.
Well, the RV show is over.
Yeah, it's over. And there are going to be a few of us out here. There's probably more over here.
No,
If
not
I'd had
really.
the camera on this side, we'd see more RVs hanging around. Quite a few out there, but we only see one over here on this side. The one that you can see, and of course the one in the distance out there. One out here, and of course this one right here. But there's still several back there in the back. Oh, yes. Where is Traveling Robert? I don't know, Mr. Roboto. I ran into him yesterday,
man.
but that man was hoofing it. And he was trying his best to be incognito and make his way out. And I was polite enough to say, "Hey, Robert." And he spun around like, "Oh, no, if I got to take a picture with somebody," I went, "Just want to say, hey, have yourself a great day. Love your channel." And off he goes. He said, "Hey," and off he went. So he was a very, very busy man.
Dan says he's planning to get onto Quartzside.
We're going courtside next year.
I was all about going Quartzside until I saw Momentum's video this
Breakfast?
morning.
He did breakfast in the Blackstone.
Well,
right
I
there
like
next
that,
to
but I didn't realize that it was
It's all dry
boondocking.
camping.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was all dry camping, and so
what did you think? It's a desert.
I thought, well, I need water.
There are RV parks if you want to wimp it. By the time we go to Quartzsite, we should have a couple of solar panels and be rigged up. We already have 4.
You're talking about going to Quartzside next year,
Right.
2022. We're
Right.
not going to have solar by then.
We're going to be retired. What else am I going to do? That's all I'm going to have time to do is wire my solar panels and set up my solar controllers and get my batteries installed.
I can handle a few days dry camping.
But and listen, that it's the truth. We've never filled up the water tanks on this.
Well, that's
Once
true.
you fill up the 100-gallon water tank on this bounder,
Yeah.
You can take a shower just like you took it at any other hookup. The only thing we have to worry about is dumping.
Well, we got some time to work on that.
Right. That we just have to do a strict Navy shower.
That's what we've been doing. Well, we've been.
Well, then we're all set. Then if that's what I've been doing. I get wet, I lather down, I rinse off, I get out. Dry camping would be interesting. Get one of those Gilligan Island bicycle generators for the radio transmitter and you're gold.
That's right.
Hey, Skipper, how long I got to pedal?
Mr. Roboto, you've obviously not used dry shampoo. It's not all that it's cracked up to be. But anyway.
It don't even sound good.
It's not.
Dry.
I'm sorry.
Dry shampoo.
Well, it's long ago and far away before dry shampooing was the thing. You used to put baby powder in your hair so that you didn't have to shampoo it so often. But I have to shampoo
on the
hair.
Submarine, we used to take...
it's not ideal.
In the submarine, when we went on water hours, we used to take
I'm afraid.
cold cream showers.
Oh, gosh. Yeah,
Cold cream. I don't know if everybody knows what cold cream is. It's what women use to take makeup off and clean their pores and clean their face. Cold cream. But we would just buy packs and packs of cold cream. And when you couldn't take a shower because of water hours, which mean you may not be able to shower for 3 or 4 days, you take you a good cold cream shower, and everybody walks around the boat smelling like cold cream.
Art of Tiny Living says that they've been dry camping since October.
So see?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, a couple of days I can do. Any real length of time, I'm not sure I can do that.
Mark and Carrie showed up. The Art of RVing, has it been 2 hours?
Not quite, Mark. You're a little early.
No, it hadn't been 2 hours. You going to come on after us? I don't think so.
We got Timmy Ray the King.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Timmy Ray the King. 25 folks back in the room. The numbers are picking back up. Thank you for being here, Mark, Carrie, and Timmy Ray. Great to have you here as well. Art of Tiny Living. Mm-hmm. They said they had been dry camping, yes, since October. Noxzema is old school cold cream. That's exactly right. And it had that smell. It had that unique smell. And when we were on the submarine, and I hate to go, down that gross avenue, but we would have times when we would be rationing water, and you'd find a way to clean yourself, or at least mask your funkiness. And cold cream was what we used. So we'd take a cold cream shower, good menthol smell, you're right, and get back to work.
Again,
let me ask you a question. Did you ever experience water rationing on any of your Navy surface ships?
The McKee, but not a lot. But
they lock you down for 2 or 3 days.
No, never that long.
Really?
A day, maybe. I don't remember being locked down very long.
Anybody can go a day.
Well,
anybody can go a day. I'm talking about on a submarine, like 4 days. You get pretty funky.
No, I think that maybe 2 days might have been the longest I remember ever being shut down with water.
You got to think.
But
120 people in the size of about 3 Class A's end to end. Woo! That's a lot of funkiness. That's about the size of the people tube on that submarine.
Well, I couldn't do it. I just, and any dry camping we've done, I buy gallons of water.
You're right.
Because I got to have water. So no, thank you.
We are cleaning up the RV and trying to solve a GFI fault in our fuse box. Thin Blue Lane RV. I thought I had introduced myself to a GFI fault this morning. Just for grins, I thought I'd see if Matilda's onboard 5,000 marquee Onan generator would come on. I hadn't messed with it in a long time. And it actually, after firing it off a couple of times, it did try to run. And as it was generating for just a couple of seconds, it blew 2 breakers up here in the breaker box. And I mean, since everything was dark, it lit up the whole RV. 2 flashes. Flash, flash. I went, oh my God, I have burned everything up. So all I had to do was reset one of the GFI faults in the bathroom, and my circuits came back for all the computers and everything. It's the only thing it did besides those 2 breakers. Yeah. But it wanted to run there for a little bit until those 2 breakers popped, and I said, nah, I better not try this again. That is good. They do have full hookups in Quartzsite.
All right. Well, then I can go.
There are campgrounds.
And they bring water in. See, it says they have water haul. And
Dan, the vintage RVer says, so the sub smelled like a lady's bathroom? Yeah, it smelled like Noxzema. You remember that Noxzema commercial? Noxzema, the San Francisco treat.
Yeah, not quite.
No, that wasn't Noxzema. That was Rice-A-Roni.
San Francisco treat.
And it was a treat when we got Rice-A-Roni.
I love Rice-A-Roni. I was a little girl living in Germany in base housing, and one of my girlfriends invited me to lunch. Her mom and their family invited me to lunch, and they were having this thing called Rice-A-Roni. And I remember running home to ask my mama for permission to go to have lunch at their house because they were having Rice-A-Roni.
Rice-A-Roni.
Rice-A-Roni. I was so excited. And it was, yeah, it was great.
Art of Tiny Living. We take baby wipe showers when too cold to shower. And our shower is outside. And we have all our water, 1,000-gallon, hauled in every month, every other month.
I can probably do something like that. Because we use the baby wipes.
We do.
When we are dry camping.
Yeah, our GFI won't reset. Might have to replace it again. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Sorry, Bill. I am doing great fixing to work on my 383 stroker motor Chevrolet. That's Timmy Ray the King. And Dan the Vintage RVer. Someone would stink it up. Would stink up that space, even if many could get by. We showered with a water buffalo. The art of RVing. He showered with a water buffalo. We showered with a water buffalo.
I'm not sure
what
if that
in
means
the
an
heck
animal
does that
or
mean? Is that an appliance? The water buffalo, and it's a thing with a hose that hangs down. You tie it up in a tree, and you get under it. And la 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 la. Are you talking about a real water buffalo?
Don't know.
We just put a little Vaseline petroleum jelly under your nose.
If it gets bad.
Come on. It never got that bad, Mr. Roboto. For us, it never got that bad on the submarine.
Yeah, but what happens when you go on the submarine? Because you've got the filtered air. And what's the first thing that happens when you surface?
Everything stinks.
Because you're smelling the
fresh,
real world.
Fresh. While we're down there, we're purifying our air,
That's right.
And we have very few influences to the purified air. And as soon as we get back to Norfolk and we pop that hatch and you stick your head out, if you're the first guy, you go, oh my God. But of course, you're in Norfolk, Virginia, and everybody pumping their bilges right there, pier side, and oh, it's horrible. The world smelled horrible, and it took you so long to get used to it. Do we have somebody outside? Oh, we got to check the RV show cam. Well, the lights are coming on. That's about it. The lights are coming on. I guess who's here is going to be here, but that cop car is now gone.
Well.
And I don't see anybody out there with those orange flags hollering at you and pointing in different directions and everything.
Somebody was walking by our door.
Murder, mystery, haunted history. I keep forgetting to tell you I love your fridge. Yep, that is all that is stick-on vinyl. And it's trying to come off. It's really needed to be redone. But it was one door panel that came in two sections. You can see the seam right here in the middle. And I had the seam tight, but over the course of a year, it's pulled back. But anyway, you order this as a door vinyl to cover one of your doors at home. And as you can see, it's the seashore up on the beach with the starfish. And I got that idea right there from Eric at Nomadic Fanatic, because he has Han Solo and the Carbonite as his door panel. But with our theme, we wanted the beach. So that's why the beach is up there.
Well, Mark said the water buffalo is the bag that you put in a tree and it's heated in the sun. I can do that. And I could do that. I do want my water heated. Do we need another Gus sticker?
We don't need another Gus sticker. We got a Gus sticker. We never really put the Gus sticker on the black tank. I put a piece of double-sided tape on the back of it and stuck it on there just for the video. I wouldn't do you that way, Mark. I would do Gus that way, but I wouldn't do you that way. So Gus is going to have a place of honor on our second piece of vinyl down there, and ultimately moved over to the new Matilda. I want stickers like that for mine in the house.
Refrigerator sticker.
Well, you can buy them online, just vinyl door stickers, vinyl door covers, and they're vinyl door covers for regular household doors.
Nursing Our Travel Bug peeked in for a minute.
Nursing Our Travel Bugs. Wow, Wi-Fi is working for a minute. Barely. Hi from Southern Texas. How are you guys doing? Would you like to take over your last half hour? We'd be more than happy to give you your last half hour. We can send everybody your way. Just let us know. My Gus sticker's on the outside of my potty lid. Underside of my potty lid. All the kids say hi to him each trip. Hi, Gus. But I'm serious now. Nursing Our Travel Bugs. Ha 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 ha. No. No.
No.
Okay. Would you like me to send you a link so you can pop into our live and let folks know what you're doing this weekend? On this Sunday afternoon? I'll tell you what, I'll pop it in there anyway, and you just decide whether or not it's something you want to do. There is the link right there. If you'd like to come in and tell us what the...
On campground Wi-Fi, not a chance.
Okay.
So they can't make it.
All right.
But understood.
We need RV underwear stickers. There are no RV underwear stickers. There's a few RV underwear ball caps. They are rare. Okay. They are rare. And there's like one or two RV underwear buttons. And Talon has one of them.
Yeah.
And she wears it on her service vest all the time.
All the time.
We just put in a stainless steel cover on the front of the fridge in our van today. Video coming out shortly. That's from Justin and Christine and Michael's RV Van Life.
Yes.
Dan, the vintage RVer, the art of RVing. Can you guarantee that everyone will meet Gus that way? Hello, Gus. Excuse me while I whip this out. Thanks for the offer. Appreciate. Yeah. Well, y'all have fun out there in Texas. We will look forward to seeing y'all's bright, shiny, and informative and mildly entertaining faces next Sunday.
Yes.
Mildly entertaining. Never too much, never too little. Mildly entertaining.
I don't know what we have planned for our campground stays in the next couple of weeks or so, because we do have to get the house ready to sell.
And we do have to get the water pump fixed on Matilda D.
Yeah.
I would like to work in that trip to Savannah and back.
That would be a nice one.
A nice
And,
little weekend in Savannah.
we had been invited to go down to Biloxi for a weekend.
By who?
The Waggs and
Really?
Yeah.
Try to recreate that trip we never could make?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, cool. Excellent.
So,
But just for those of you joining late, we planned to have made this trip on Matilda D diesel, the new Matilda, and water pump failed the day we were getting ready to leave the driveway. Miss Barbara had to bring all the bedding back. I did what I could, but with my bum knee recovering, I was a little help to her, and that was a rough day. But we got everything back over into Matilda G, the gas Matilda, the bounder, and we made the trip down here to Tampa. And like a trooper, she definitely got us here, and she'll get us home tomorrow as well. So you were taking the big plunge, full timer, and no sticks and bricks. Exciting, Mr. Roboto. Yes, indeed.
that is the plan.
Dan, the vintage RVer. How many there have a road trip you could not do but wish you could try again?
Well, whenever we try to schedule a meetup and for whatever reason it doesn't come together, those are the kind of trips that we would like to do.
Going to a park is fine. If you don't make it, you don't make it. But if you had meant to meet somebody there, that's when it really hurts.
Yeah. So it hasn't happened too often. We've been pretty fortunate, but our original trip to meet up with the Waggs was put on hold because of COVID.
Yeah.
And so we got to recreate that somehow.
That was one we had planned last year, and it was at
And I've
Eglin.
never been to Biloxi.
Oh, Biloxi. Okay. We were going to go to Eglin on one trip,
Well, they mentioned Biloxi, and so
but Biloxi is fine. Biloxi is a CB base
yes.
with a FAM camp on it, a Navy CB base. Dan the Vintage RV or RV Underway, better than being told you have a face for radio. Of course I have a face for radio. But she married me anyway. Why?
Because you have a face for radio. Back in the day when you had answering machines,
Yeah.
my girlfriends used to call the house all the time so they could hear his voice on the answering machine.
Are you serious?
On the McKee, yeah. They used to call the house just to hear your voice.
Hello. Hello, darling.
Hello, darling. So, yeah.
Nice to see you. It's been a long time just to hold you.
All right.
Little Conway Twitty there, interlude. Probably got a copyright strike. Do we have any pictures of Ricky without a beard? That would be interesting.
No, it's not interesting.
You want to see a baby picture of me? I'm not really sure how to do this. I'm going to share the screen, but first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to find the picture first, and then I'll share the screen. I've got a baby picture of Miss Barbara, and I've got a baby picture of me.
I think you have a baby picture of me. Well, that's a baby
right
picture. Well, there's a baby picture of us, and you don't have a beard.
That's right. Okay, I'm going to share the screen here. It's kind of misshapen. Let's see if I can get it right.
It comes out even.
All right, I'm going to share this screen right here. There's Miss Barbara.
That's when we met.
That's when we first met, and we did a lot of two-stepping, a lot of schottish, a lot of polka, a lot of swing, a lot of 4 and 8 corner, country dancing, and Urban Cowboy was a big hit at the time. And
That's why it's a tall cap.
and she was my sissy, and I was her bud. And let me see if I can find a picture of Bud. All right, let's see if we can find a picture of Bud. Bear with us just a minute. Yeah. I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. All right, this is a picture taken at the very same time as that picture you saw of Miss Barbara.
Good, barely.
And we're going to share that screen. There is Brother Ricky when I met Miss Barbara, when she was my sissy and I was her bud from Urban Cowboy. And as you can see, boy, I could barely get them whiskers growing on that top lip. Barely get them whiskers growing on that top lip. But anyway, you want to see baby pictures? There they are. That is Brother Ricky with a, I would say, 1979. 80, 79,
That's,
78,
yeah.
78.
980.
And there we were. So now you have seen
Ricky without a beard.
You have seen Ricky without a beard. There's my pop-out chat. Let's see here.
Yeah, it was Zoom alt, maybe.
So what do y'all think of Mr. Ricky and Miss Barbara back in the day, Bud and Sissy from Urban Cowboy? And let me tell you, I rode the mechanical bulls when they would tour the military bases over in Japan, too.
Yeah, we did that.
I'd ride them so much that my legs would hurt, and me and Miss Barbara couldn't even get out there and win the dance contest. Big Conway Twitty and George Jones fan, Fatima. Get it, Miss Barbara. Get it, Miss Barbara. She was. She is. Natasha is talking about you, Ricky. You were once a radio talent. We know you run the show now. Ooh, no, no, no. We know who runs the show now is the way it is. Definitely a fun time for dance and music. It was a wonderful time. Every now and then we'll go and do a little country dancing, but it's not the same. Mm-hmm. The crowd's young. The music is different. It's hard to get them to play a good two-step. You know, they want a line dance or they want a Brother Ricky with sideburns. Yeah, definitely a fun time. Her dad is traveling with us, asking about the man behind the voice. That is the man behind the voice. Cleft chin and aviators. That's exactly right. I still got it too. It won't even. It can't even grow hair. It's that Kirk Douglas chin right there. Cleft chin. That's what set the Carters apart. Zoom Waltz Navy, beard ready. Absolutely. I'm really digging the RVU extended version live stream. I'm glad you are, Lisa and Chris. And the twins, Summer's Going Coastal. If you've not checked out their channel, do go over there and check out their channel. And check out Lippy Lisa Lipsticks. And Miss Barbara, once again, tell them what that's all about.
She sells Lipsense. And most of the women know what that is. That's where you put the base lipstick on, and then you put a gloss over it. It doesn't transfer like regular lipstick does. It stays, and it stays all day long. So you don't have to, you apply the lip gloss as needed, because I'm one of those that constantly lick my lips. But it's great. It's a great product, and I really need to order some, and I know she can get it for me. So if you're interested, just message her on Instagram.
Mr. Roboto says, Ricky, you did well. Yes, I outkicked my coverage. Definitely. Great pictures, Fatima. Mr. Roboto, Miss Barbara was a catch. Yes, indeed, she was. Lisa Lipsticks loved it, and Miss Barbara is gorgeous. She certainly is. She certainly is.
Thank y'all.
Beard ready. That's right. Zoom Alt Navy. That's what set us apart. Boot, Scoot, and Boogie. Well, see, that was the 80s and 90s country. We were really the 70s and early 80s country.
But I mean, we enjoyed the 80s and 90s, but yeah, we're mostly 70s. Of course, we're also, the two of us really like the classic country. So
let's chase each other around the room tonight. Let's play the games we played on our wedding night.
And I like anything by Merle Haggard.
Merle Haggard. Now, see, that's a two-step. That song is a two-step. Yeah, you can't do anything else, and it's so much fun. A lot of times, few of the new artists, the country artists today, know how to play a good two-step. John Party can play a good two-step.
He can play a good one.
Yeah,
yes, sawdust on the floor so that your boots would slide.
Gotta have them sliding, boy.
We wore some boots back then, too.
Absolutely. I used to go to the Philippines and have them handmade by a retired chief petty officer who married a Filipino girl and lived there. Mm-hmm. And when the ships would pull in, you'd go over to his shop, and the Filipinos would trace your foot onto a piece of newspaper with a wax pencil. And then they make a few measurements, and then you tell them what kind of hide you wanted. Boa constrictor, ostrich, whatever they had. I mean, they had some exotic leathers and exotic hides and stuff in there. And I got a pair of boa constrictor 14-inch high boots made one time. They were black, and the boa constrictor scales were green and black, and pulled back into port, and he had those boots ready for me. That's some sharp boots. I wish I knew where they were today.
I wouldn't know.
Up in the attic?
Oh, gosh, I don't even know.
I don't know if we still got them. But you used to have them handmade by him and his Filipino crew. Tony Llamas with wingtips, bingo. Used to order everything out of the Shepler's catalog, because that's all we had overseas. We'd order all our cowboy hats, our vest, our blue jeans, our boots, our belts, our buckles. We'd get them all from Shepler's and get them shipped into Japan. Thanks for promoting me. That's Lisa Lipsticks, certainly. And I didn't know for the longest time what Lippy Lisa Lipsticks. I just thought that was a fun little name she had on the sign. I didn't know she actually did lipstick.
Yeah.
So men, if you're trying to, if you're working on a side piece, you want to make sure that she uses this kind of lip treatment, because then she ain't going to leave that telltale sign on
your collar.
On your collar. I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I ain't saying. I'm just saying. It sounds like something you might want to look into. Because I was told this morning that it would not leave lipstick marks on a coffee cup because it's sealed, right?
Mm-hmm. You go ahead. You go on with your bad self.
Am I blushing again?
You go on with your bad self.
Let's go ahead and check the RV show cam once again. See if there's any activity going on. No, I guess we're here for the night. That's us. We got quite a few over here on this side, and that camera basically is looking out through that window right there that you see. It's on the outside of the RV.
We do have a neighbor that's
Fairly close.
fairly close.
Yeah.
Not as close as that fifth wheel.
Summer's Going Coastal said that's a good selling point.
It is. And
Man.
Sue, thank you for putting her YouTube information in there. Oh,
Thin Blue Lane. Let's bring Thin Blue Lane in. Are you ready? Thumbs up there, Bill.
Hey, guys.
Thin Blue Lane, retired RV life. Uh-oh, there's something added. It says retired RV life now.
Oh, you never know what I'm going to throw up on the screen.
How are you doing?
Doing good. I wanted to come on and say hi to you guys. I haven't talked to you in a long time.
It's been a while, just across the peninsula over there in Daytona Beach. Hello, Nancy.
hey, Nancy.
It's highball hour.
Woo!
It's rum. It's rum time.
Bacardi Gold, baby. That's
There
how
you
we do.
go. There you
Good
go.
to see you guys.
Yeah, we are on the other side of the peninsula, but after here, we're only here till next Monday, and then we're going to go to Orlando, and then we're going to go to Peace River. Hey, stop fighting. Don't fight over me. Don't
Oh, my
fight over
goodness.
me.
Look at him. We got dogs fighting.
It's the sweet children.
Oh, go over there if you're going to growl. She's just mad that this one wants up on my lap, too, and there's not enough lap for all of them, apparently.
I'll be right back.
No, there's not enough lap for them all. But
Yeah, I got this one, too.
Oh my gosh, you got 3 of them up trying to get up there.
I put one of them over there because she's growly. No, I didn't want to take up a lot of your show. I just wanted to come on and say hi because we have not actually talked to you in person in a while. And I'm hoping to see a lot of channels while we're here in Florida.
Yeah. The show here wasn't bad. It wasn't as big as last year's, and they actually corralled us a little bit more. So we didn't have the free roaming of the RVs, and we all kind of gathered up together. But we still got a chance to see quite a few people, and it was good. And if you get to chance, yeah. And when you're heading out, you need to let us know, and maybe we can get connected somehow, depending on what direction people are going.
Yeah, we want to meet up with Bob too, Blue Wave, before we leave.
Yes.
We also want to get into the Keys this time before we leave Florida. So we're not in a hurry to leave Florida this time. Last time we had to get Katie back for school, so we don't have to leave Florida anytime soon. She loves the beach. I've already taken her to the beach. She went out in the water. It's only 68 degrees outside. I didn't get in the water, but she went out.
Me, but
yeah, me too. So
yeah, I love the beach. And Key West, that's a great destination. We're looking forward to making that trip in our future.
Very near future.
Yeah, we want to do a Key West.
But we have to do it in the summer when the snowbirds are back up north.
Maybe.
I'll
Because
tell you what, we were at the beach and nobody was there. I mean, it was empty. Yes, There was nobody on the beach. There was maybe 2 people exercising. One kid was on a surfboard, and we did have a shore patrol officer come up and tell us we can't have our puppy on a leash out there on the beach. Apparently, dogs aren't allowed on the beach here, even tiny dogs.
Well, at first he thought it was a service dog because it had a little sweater thing on, and then he came by and he said, what does the dog thing say? And I told him Mama's Boy, and it's like, oh, well, in that case.
He goes, where you? He was nice. He was a cool cop. He said, where y'all from? Are you not from here? I said, no, we're staying at the 1,000 Trails over here. So actually, this is Encore Park.
Yeah, we told him we're from Texas.
Yeah, and he was cool. I was cool with this. He said, you don't have to leave right this second, but if someone looks at you sideways, you might want to go because then if they call us, we're going to have to respond. And I said, yeah, our tiny little dog is going to pollute our beach. This tiny little dog right here.
Poor babe.
But we respect law and order. I told him I was 20 years, so go ahead.
Yep.
What's Miss Nancy got cooking up on the stove back there?
She is making, I guess those.
Hold on just a second.
Okay, I'm supposed to wait. She's going to show you.
Oh, okay. Make us hungry.
Oh, make me hungry now.
Oh, Lord. Look
We're
at it.
having grilled pork chops with fresh asparagus.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're having frozen chicken Swedish meatballs from IKEA.
Okay. I ain't mad about that.
yeah.
Yeah, we went to IKEA yesterday, and just about everything is out of stock. It was kind of sad. We were looking for a desk for our new RV and unable to find one in stock, and you can't really order that stuff.
Hey, do you need a desk?
Well, a particular desk. I'm kind of particular.
I bought an IKEA desk that automatically lifts and lowers itself to the height that you want, so you can stand up and use the desk, and you can lower and use the desk. But Nancy won't let me take out the kitchen table, so I wasted $400 on that table. $500. So if you would like to have that,
we might have to work a deal on something like that.
Yeah, I can give you the dimensions and stuff, but I'm not going to ever
do that to rvunderway@gmail.com. We'll stay in touch about it because I am looking for one.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
I think
excellent.
You'll like it. It's one of those ones where you got a bad back like me. You can
you can stand up or you can sit down.
Yes, and you can sit down. It would fit perfectly right here, but Nancy won't let me remove this kitchen table.
That's because Nancy cooks.
That's right.
Yeah, she also said that it won't fit long ways if you bring the slides in because we've got this big centerpiece right here in the kitchen. So, that's something that's just taking up space and weight in our rig that we aren't even using. Sure. It's been in here for a year and we haven't used it. And haven't even taken it out of the box. It's not even out of the box.
All right, Bill, we'll stay in touch over that. Lisa Lipstick says curry hammock in the Florida Keys is pretty, but lots of seaweed.
I think that depends on
time of year. Yeah.
Because that's like, even Panama City Beach can get some seaweed coming in.
It says, Sue says that is because it is cold as blue blazes here. Thin Blue RV Lane. Haha. It was 32 this morning and 46 now.
Yeah. The beaches are empty. We drove the entire, what was that beach called over there? I don't know. It was a beach over here. We drove down it for 32 miles. We didn't see anybody, man. It was Flaggers. Yeah, Flaggers Beach.
Flagler Beach. Yeah, Flagler Beach.
Flaggers. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Hey, Justin and Christina, how you doing? Hey, Dan, the vintage RVer. Where should I look for your old Tioga Class C? Is it supposedly in here somewhere? We are in the Trails package. What's it called? Encore's. Right behind the Daytona Harley. There's a big Sunshine Daytona. There's a big Harley Davidson dealership right over here, and it literally they had the police there doing their thing, their motorcycle show off thing that they do. So that's pretty cool. And no, I'm not going over there.
This might be a good time to ask this question since we have 20 folks in the room. Family Motor Coach Association, the FMCA. Is anybody a member of the FMCA? Have they found a benefit in being a member of the FMCA? One of the things we saw here at the show, obviously, was their booth. And I had always been interested because I've seen so many RVs that display their placard, FMCA.
The egg.
A bunch of them in here. A bunch of them.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if anybody in here has any pros or cons about the FMCA, because we get a lot of benefits we buy through Camping World, Good Sam. We, roadside assistance and roadside hazard and the family assistant where they medical situations, they get you home and get your RV home and stuff like that. But if anybody out there has any direct knowledge or direct experience with the FMCA, let us know either in the chat or send us an email to rvunderway@gmail.com. We'd like to know because we're kind of considering that, becoming members. So
yeah, let me know. And is it only for coaches? Can you get it if you're a fifth wheel?
I'm not sure. That I don't know. And the other question is, it's been a constant question on my mind, is Thousand Trails worth it?
To us it is. We couldn't do this without it.
You're members of Thousand Trails.
Yes, and we're in here for free for 10 days in Florida. Then we're going to go to Orlando for 21 days or 14 days for free. We're going to go Peace River, Wachula for 14 days for free. And only way we'd ever have to pay for camping is if we leave the system. And there's no reason to leave the system. Now, if you do buy a membership, you should go to Campground Membership Outlet and buy a used one from Kim. Tell them Thin Blue Lane sent you. They'll buy us dinner.
Cool. And
Campground
you buy zones and everything, right? You buy a zone.
I bought a full membership. If I bought the membership new, it would have cost $13,000. I bought a used membership for $3,500, and I can stay in all their parks 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't have to get out of the park. I don't have to go anywhere else.
Across the continental U.S.
Mostly it's Thousand Trails is East Coast, southern border, and West Coast. There's nothing up.
Yeah.
There's up. They do go up to Michigan now. They just added a whole bunch of new parks up there.
Yeah, I noticed up in the Wyoming area up in there, and there's not a lot in the Central West, right?
Over the Hill RV says that they're the members of the FMCA. Good discounts on tires and other things.
Sounds like something we really want to consider. Yeah, good discount.
I want to find out about Susan at New Horizons. She's got a thing where they get discount on their gas, and they can buy diesel at the where the truck stops go. I need to find out about that.
Mel and Nettie told us about that as well. I forget what it is. I got to get a hold of Mel because we now have that diesel pusher, and he was telling me about the savings he got on gas, on diesel. Mm-hmm. So we're going to certainly have to check in with them. I have to get ready for my great live. Wishing you a great week. Murder Mystery Haunted History. I'm sure that's BB3.
BB3.
And she'll be coming on next in about 3 minutes. So what are your plans beyond your stay where you are, Bill, Nancy?
After here, we go to Orlando, then we go to Peace River. After that, we don't have any plans. So we are going to stay in the system as much as possible and then try to get into the Keys. And that's last year we couldn't because COVID actually had the Keys closed. It was closed. I mean, the Keys were closed. How do you close a whole? I mean, so this year we're not leaving Florida till we get down into one of the two. There's 2,000 Trails parks, or actually they're Encore parks in there. And we can stay in there for free, which is one of the advantages if you can get in.
Yeah.
But we're going to bounce. We're going to bounce back and forth between the 1,000 Trails and the Encore parks, which there's dozens of the Encore parks. There's only 2,000 trails in Florida that we can use. For some reason, the people who had the membership before us that we bought used didn't include one of the parks here in Florida. I don't understand why, but that's just weird. If you buy a full brand new membership from 1,000 Trails, you don't have to worry about buying zones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if you just stick to a certain part of the country, like Nancy and I are going to stay from Texas to Florida these days, just Texas and Florida. We just that's home bases for us. So we could have just got by with $500 a year for buying the zone for Southeast. Yeah, we did enjoy going to California.
So anyway, contact used 1,000 Trails. Contact Kim. Tell him Thin Blue Lane sent me.
Campground Membership Outlet.
Campground Membership Outlet. Miss Barbara's going to write that down right now. We have about a minute left here. Anything you want to say there, Bill, Nancy? Y'all enjoy those, what are those, pork loins?
Yes, we love you guys. Yes, they're pork loin, pork chops.
And asparagus. Enjoy it. Enjoy your stay over there. Bill, Nancy, thank y'all so much for being here.
Yes. So
appreciate y'all dropping in. Thanks.
We had to say hi to you if we could say hi, so we wanted to do
That's great. Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Bye.
We love you guys.
We love you too.
Bye-bye.
Well, we got a few people that came in, and we're getting ready to leave. So
McGuire's on Tires. Hi, friends.
Hey, friends.
Over the Hill RV. Rayleigh Creative Travel. Roll Tide, brother. We want to check in with the RV show cam one last time. No, sir, nothing happening out there. So we are here for the night. We want to thank all of y'all for coming in here and joining us.
Yes.
And don't forget to check out Murder Mystery Haunted History coming up next, right here on a YouTube channel near you. And to ever before being known as BB3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you just said.
Yeah. And I want to thank everybody who came in right here at the end. We were on for 2 hours today because nursing our travel bugs. They were out in Texas and had spotty internet. We want to thank Bill and Nancy for dropping in and visiting with us here today. And all of you who commented, again, if you know anything about FMCA, the Family Motor Coach Association, RVUnderway@gmail.com. And if you want a sticker, RVUnderway@gmail.com. And until we see you again, fair winds and following seas.